Yo, welcome back to the channel, everyone, and in this video we're gonna be going over the absolute best settings here in season 3 of Warzone Rebirth Island. If you guys are truly trying to improve your aim, accuracy, and gun skill, especially at longer ranges, this is the video for you. I have some settings that are guaranteed to step up your gameplay and turn you into the Warzone player you've always wanted to be. So with that being said, the like goal on this video has to be 20 likes. If we get 20 likes under 24 hours, that'd be absolutely incredible. Let me know down in the comment section right now, what are your current settings you guys are running here on Warzone? And as always, huge shout out to Notification Squad. If you guys want a shout out in my next video, make sure you guys comment Noti Gang down in the comment section, say what's up. With that being said, let's go ahead and break down these settings. Alright, as you guys can see here, I play with an Xbox Elite controller on PC. He's going to be one of the best controllers on the market if you guys are looking for something with paddles on the back. Xbox Elite controllers are durable, they're comfortable, and they last. I've only went through 2 Xbox Elite controllers in 5 years of using the product, and I definitely stand by them 100% because I know some of these controllers can get expensive, and the last thing we want to do is spend $200 every 3 months so we can actually use a controller that has paddles on the back. Scuff Gaming. Now, what we can also see here is I play with the tactical button layout. Tactical is going to be the absolute best button layout to run, especially if you guys are playing on Rebirth Island, but it's also going to be helpful if you guys are playing on Caldera. It's going to allow you to remap your crouch and prone button by pressing down on the right thumbstick, allowing us to get in and out of cover a lot easier and also perform a drop shot more efficiently, making sure that we can win more gunfights and most importantly, throw off the enemy's aim assist, which during a drop shot is going to do. So if you guys are looking to try a different button layout, definitely check out Tactical. It works no matter if you guys are playing on a regular PlayStation, Xbox Scuff, or Xbox Elite controller like I play on. Again, my stick layout is default. Invert is going to be disabled, but you guys can see here, my dead zone is set to 0.07. The reason I go ahead and have a lower dead zone setting is so there's less stick drift or less stick play in my thumbstick, so I'm able to take enemies out a lot easier at longer ranges. Long range gunfights are where I feel like a lot of players are falling short because anybody can take people out at close range, but taking people out across the map, that's where that skill and talent is going to come into play. And going ahead and reducing your left and your right stick dead zone is allows us to go ahead and take enemies out a lot easier at longer ranges. So definitely go ahead and remove this from the one it has from default to a 0.07. Now we're gonna go down to the horizontal and vertical sensitivity, which I play on a 3. All the gameplays you guys are seeing on my channel, both on Warzone as well as multiplayer, are on a 3 sensitivity. You can still turn on players, you can still maneuver around players with a 3 sensitivity, and I can guarantee you're gonna find yourself outgunning a lot of players on Rebirth Island as well as Caldera at close range, medium range, as well as long ranges, running a 3 sensitivity. Let me go and give this a try. Every single person I've talked to that went ahead and bumped down the sensitivity from like a 7 to a 3 has seen a drastic, and I mean a drastic improvement in their aim and accuracy at longer ranges, and that's what's going to count here in Warzone because hitting chest and headshots is going to give us a faster time to kill, and that's a hell of a lot easier to do when you have a lower sensitivity setting. Now again, everything else is going to be pretty much on default. I've not messed with my aim assist response curve. I actually play with my controller vibration disabled. Personally, it's going to be a setting that you're either going to turn off and never turn back on. I don't like vibration. I think it's unnecessary and it can honestly throw off your aim and accuracy at longer ranges. So disable this. This is something you might just turn off and never turn back on, or turn it off and end up liking vibration and keep it on. But I think a majority of players shut the vibration off for all their controllers. Again, everything else is going to be the same. This works no matter what type of aim assist you guys are running. It actually works better with precision or focusing, but honestly, because I play multiplayer and Warzone and the different engines can vary, I keep everything on standard just in case one game releases and it's completely different from the next, because who wants to go ahead and relearn how to aim and, you know, maneuver in Call of Duty? It's just something that I'm not trying to do again. So definitely go ahead and keep that standard if you guys want to. But again, everything else is going to be pretty much default. The only thing I went ahead and changed is because I am playing on Warzone, I have contextual taps. I can pick up items off the ground a lot easier, and I do have an automatic tactical sprint turned on. just so I can maneuver around the map a lot easier and perform a slide cancel a hell of a lot easier as well. If you want me to make a slide canceling tutorial video, put it down in the comment section of this video. I'll be more than happy to help you guys out. Now we're gonna go ahead and transition over to the audio settings, which are also very important, especially here on Rebirth Island. You guys can see here I play on the boost high setting. This is going to be super helpful if you guys have an Astro A40TR headset or any headset for that matter, allowing yourself to pinpoint footsteps a lot easier, and you're not really going to have the need to get a UAV from the buy station 24/7. I can hear where people are coming from, you know, plan my attack accordingly and pre-fire and get easy kills here in Warzone with the boost high setting enabled. But again, everything else is gonna be pretty much the same. I have my music volume turned down just so it is not overbearing and it might drown out footstep audio, so I have that set to 40. But again, everything else is gonna be pretty much the same. I've not went ahead and changed anything. Obviously, some of these, you know, headphones are gonna be, you know, depending on what type of headset or microphone you guys are using to talk in game chat. But again, everything else as far as the audio settings are gonna be default as of right now. As you guys can also see here, for interface, I've actually made some different changes here. My colorblind is going to be on Protanopia. Now, personally, I'm partially color deficient, so seeing the differences between red, oranges, greens, browns, it's kind of hard for me. Protanopia is going to help me out. That's kind of why there is kind of a film filter over my gameplays, is because I play on the Protanopia colorblind type. Try it out if you guys want to, but honestly, I feel like a lot of people don't need this. I do, so that's why you see, you know, different colors on my gameplays. But again, everything else is going to be pretty much the same. I have the colorblind target set to both just to help me out personally, but again, this is not necessary for everybody. You guys can see here the mini map is going to be set to square. For the love of God, do not have it on circle. You get literally more on your screen set to square, so make sure you guys go ahead and change this ASAP. But again, everything else is going to be pretty much the same across the board. I have not messed with any of these settings. Now again, FPS counter, because I play on PC, I have that enabled, but you don't really have to have that if you don't want to. For my graphics settings, you guys can see here, I play on a monitor. I actually have an Asus TUF gaming monitor, which is incredibly effective here in gaming in general. Honestly, I didn't start playing with a monitor until Black Ops Cold War. I was playing on a TV, and honestly, it was a night and day difference. Asus TUF monitors are affordable, like 250 bucks. You get 144 hertz, and I stand by them 110%. Definitely go ahead and give them a try. I'm only going to promote products that I personally use and that last, because that's really important, because all this gaming equipment is getting more expensive by the day. Now again, all these other settings are dependent on what you guys are currently setting up, if you guys play on a PC or, you know, play on console. Now, as far as quality settings go, I play on a 120 FOV, but the affected ADS field of view. This is gonna allow me to control recoil and kind of have less visual recoil per se here on Warzone. Now, a lot of people get the misconception that people that play on PC have aimbots. I mean, some of them do, I don't, but a lot of players that know how to control the aim and recoil mechanics on this game are playing on the affected ADS field of view, because it's gonna mirror your actual field of view on game. So in a way, you get less visual recoil, it looks like, because your iron sight or your optic is going to be on the 120 FOV as opposed to like the 90 that the game has by default. Go ahead and give this a try if you guys have not already. I can guarantee you switching from independent to effective is going to have a world of difference as far as gunplay, especially at medium range to longer ranges. But again, all the other settings here are going to be pretty much the same. I've not messed with any of these because honestly, you do not need to. The only thing I did go ahead and touch is I have the world and weapon blur actually disabled, because this is going to overall make your game look grainy, to make it look unstable, and overall make it look disgusting and really hard to control, you know, especially if you're trying to take enemies out at close ranges. But again, these are going to be the best settings you guys can use if you guys are playing on Rebirth Island or on Caldera. The most important thing you should pick up from this video is to drop your sensitivity to a 3.3. I cannot go ahead and preach this enough. If you guys are struggling with long range engagements, make sure you guys play on a lower sensitivity setting and go ahead and bump down your dead zone to 0.07. You're going to find yourself beaming players across the map. It's going to feel like you have aimbot. So if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you guys drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and also turn on those post notifications. Thank you guys for tuning in to Ears 2, and I'm gonna catch you guys in the next video. Deuces.